Coming to you live from Dunning Field for the first time since the 21 fall season with New Canaan girls lacrosse versus Stamford. Skylar Stevens alongside with Jackson Easley and Perrin Tomasco.
Looking at a great matchup tonight, opening game for the Rams. Both teams got a fresh slate. The Rams are led by a very strong and talented group of seniors, as well as some great underclassmen. They're gonna be led tonight by their three captains: Claire Mahoney, Dylan Patton, and Kaylee Harden. As we take a look at the starting lineup today for the Rams. Definitely going to be an interesting matchup, as the Rams, who lost last year in the state game against Darien after winning their first FCX championship, definitely going to want to build on that progress they made last season, winning that first FCX championship since
Against
1993.
Darien, and then losing their state against Darien.
That's right. This year, Buchanan is looking to win the whole thing, win states and FCX. It all starts tonight for them.
What's your prediction for this year, Jackson?
Well, I think the girls definitely have a chance to do it. Very, very strong senior class from them. As we take a look at some of these FCAC highlights from last year.
Yeah, in FCAC, winning against Darien 7-4, but then in states losing to Darien 8-4.
That's right. That was definitely a hard-fought loss for them in that FCX championship last year. Really gave it their all, losing 8-4. It was kind of a shocker for them. But for Stamford, they're going to definitely pose a challenge for this Rams team. They're led by Alana Goldhuber, who is one of their star players, committed to UConn for lacrosse. As we take a look here at the starting lineup for Stamford. A lot of talented players. There's some depth on this team, but it's a pretty young team. They're still developing. They might not be able to match up that well with the Rams today. Rams are a really talented team. So it's definitely going to be tough for Stamford to match the offensive firepower, particularly that the Rams possess.
It's definitely going to be a tough game for Stamford.
What do you think they're going to need to do today to keep pace with the Rams and their
Keep
scoring
a
ability?
strong D. With a girl like Devin Russell and Stella Nolan up there, I mean, there's not much you could do, but...
Yes, that's right. You bring up Devin Russell and Stella Nolan, two younger players, junior and a sophomore for the Rams, that definitely have cemented themselves as very important pieces of this Rams team, who is led by so many other seniors that also contribute. So the Rams have a very loaded team this year. I think it's going to be very exciting to watch them this season.
Yeah, it's going to be a good season.
And in girls lacrosse, there were two 25-minute halves. First half about to get started. As the teams are taking the field, referees are checking the sticks, and about to get started in this one. Okay, so Skylar, some players to watch here for the Rams. Definitely going to be looking at the captains. Kaylee Harden, committed to UNC. Very talented midfielder for the Rams. Also a multi-sport athlete who was fundamental in the Rams hockey and soccer seasons.
Yeah, she's an insane athlete.
That's right. Very athletic player.
I heard she just won like the MVP for hockey, was it?
That's right. She made the game-winning goal against Darien in triple overtime to win the state championship for the girls. Definitely also great on the lacrosse field. Definitely.
Always Darien giving us this trouble.
That's right. Going to be relying on her a lot today. On the defensive end, the Rams have some star seniors in Carolyn Barron, Kate Coyote, and Jade Lowe, the defenseman. They're a very talented team. Many commits with Hollis Mulry, who will be an attackman, who's committed to USC, another strong offensive player. Players beginning to take the field now. As this game gets underway. I mean,
the girls coming out on the field to get ready.
That's right. I mean, you really got to think on Stanford's end, it's going to come down to their defense because New Canaan just possesses so many great offensive weapons on this team. They can really score at will if the team can't have good communication and just play as a unit on defense.
Stanford coming out on the field.
Nice match up for the draw here.
Keely Harden on the draw.
That's right. The UNC commit will start off her team season. For Stanford, we have number 3, Alana Goldhaber, the Yukon commit, walking out to take the opening draw. And it will be a Stanford possession.
Rams playing strong D.
Stanford it around. That'll be a turnover there, as the pass was intended for number 20 or number 17 rather, Ella Halloran. Mahoney initiates the clear.
And of course, taking up the ball, Devin Russell.
That's right, Devin Russell, star classman for the team. The Rams go on the offensive. A feed inside to number 3, and that was a narrow miss there by Dylan Patton, the Cornell commit.
Yukon commit got triple teamed and fell.
Some great defense we're seeing from the Rams here for sure. Stanford's taking it the other way. This game, both teams moving the ball up and down the field very quickly.
Stanford still with the ball, going strong.
We'll try to set it up here. It'll be Goldhaber again. Slows it down for her team. She feeds it inside. Pass intended for number 8, Carolyn O'Halloran again. But unable to complete the pass, and Mahoney will scoop it up. And now
So
we
far,
see
a slow game
yeah,
here.
definitely a slow game. There's number 3, Dylan Patton again, who turns it over. Oh, but then strips it away from Alex Butler, and Stanford regains possession. A push will be called there on number 6, Kaylee Harden. So the Knights will try to set it up again on offense.
Alana back with the ball.
Stanford's really just seems to be struggling with the fundamentals today. We've seen back-to-back turnovers from them on passes that should be fairly routine.
Trying to find those good cuts against the Rams defense is pretty hard for the Knights.
Especially with Claire Mahoney in cage. She's a real anchor to this Rams defense, committed to Brown next year to play lacrosse. Excellent goalie, an even better teammate, just really knows how to communicate with her team. And
Stella Nolan
set up their
taking up the
defense.
ball.
That's right, Stella Nolan.
Shoots and scores!
Great shot from her there, just went coast to coast. That's what I was talking about at the beginning of the game when I said if Stanford could not communicate and move around defensively to match the Rams personnel up and down the field, it would be very hard for them to stop the Rams. They just have so many players offensively who can score at will.
Any chance they have, they will take.
That's definitely a good sign to start the season for the Rams, seeing a goal from Stella Nolan. Star player for this team, committed to Michigan. If they're going to bounce back from their loss in the state championship last year against Darien, it needs to start on a good note this game. And players like that delivering good performances to start a game is just what you can ask for. Be Goldhaber and Harden again.
Harden winning the draw.
Harden, very fast player, ripping down the left side of the field. Gives it off to Maury. And now the Rams looking to set it up. Patton, yeah.
Looking to cut.
Goes down the alley.
And scores.
An athletic play there by Dylan Patton. Dodged down the right alley. Kind of cut over to the crease and just dumped it right over the goalie's head.
Nice goal. Did take a little stumble at the end, but
yeah,
nice goal.
Definitely just not the start the Knights wanted to see. On the for the Rams, this is a pretty ideal start. Their offense is just clicking right away. First game of the season, you never know how the chemistry is going to be between the players, whether or not they're going to be able to move the ball well, find the cutters, but Rams done a great job, and Stanford's really struggled defensively.
Lexi Tully now taking the draw against, once again, Alana.
Definitely. Kaylee Carden probably needed a break after going coast to coast on that last possession.
Knights having a struggle to take the ball to the offensive side.
Alex Butler with the ball. Some swarming defense we've seen from the Rams. Just really attacking the ball and really been exploiting some of the weaknesses for in terms of sticks, really turning the ball over.
The Knights looking to cut, but are having a huge, difficult time.
Yeah, that was a pretty poor pass there from Madison Sweeney. She really forced that one. She was intending that pass for Butler. It was triple teamed.
Yeah.
And another really bad pass. Stanford just not able to move the ball well, and this New Canaan defense could be stifling at times.
The Knights are trying to drive and cut on this amazing defense, but they're having such a trouble time, and they're not really looking for their players that are open.
That's right. That was their most quality look of the game so far. Goldhaber got a nice feed inside, got a shot on goal, unable to finish it, but they retained possession. And offense really running through Goldhaber here. A star midfielder.
A quick player.
Yeah, definitely a quick player. Can kind of get to a spot on the field, but her teammates are kind of struggling to move the ball, and the offense has been really slowed down as a result. But you got to credit the Rams defense. They've been playing excellent today.
Yeah, I agree. Knights dropping the ball.
But they will retain possession. I believe that they will say it was tipped.
I think they might be intimidated by the Rams because we are a very strong team. So
definitely, this Rams defense is just swarming the crease and kind of taking away all of the passing lanes for Stanford. There's another Stanford turnover there. And just like that, New Canaan will go on the offensive. Underwood.
pass to Devin Russell.
And a
Shoots
great
and she
feed there.
Scores.
Talked about Devin Russell going into this game as a key player. She's a great offensive talent for this team.
As soon as she caught the ball, she just took it and scored.
And that's really what you look for as a coach from an offensive player that just has quick reaction time, and when they get the ball in front of the goal, they just know how to finish and convert.
She just knows when to make a play.
That's right. And just over 5 minutes into this game, the Rams are already up 3-0. Not looking good for Stanford. I think if they want to get any of this momentum back, they need to have a strong possession here where they can put a shot on the goal and hopefully score for them. And they will get a possession here.
Pass right into the Rams' hands.
Stolen on the play by number 1, Carolyn Barron. Dylan Patton will take it the other way. Thinks about going straight to the goal, but she'll pull it out and give it off to number 9, Carolyn Underwood, who swings it around.
To Devin Russell.
Devin Russell has the hot hand on the last goal, but she will give it up. Finds the cutter, Patton, who scores her second goal of the day.
That was a nice play by the Rams. They really took their time to make a good play happen, and they really just knew how to do it, and they were really fluent with it.
And just in under a minute since their last goal, put another one on the scoreboard. This one has the early signs of a blowout, already 4-0.
Coach is taking a timeout. What do you think is a key thing that the Knights should really work on here?
They're just not matching up with the Rams players or communicating very well. As we've seen, the cutters for the Rams have just gone exactly where they wanted to go, cutting to the crease, getting wide open, and just easily finishing with pretty much no defensive pressure from Stamford.
The Rams really came out confident, and I don't think the Knights came out as confident as the Rams. So I think they definitely have to work on their confidence. Maybe they were a little intimidated too.
Yeah, you mentioned confidence, and I think the Rams are definitely coming into this game with a bit of chip on their shoulder after that loss in the state championship. A lot of players from this team were on that team last year with so many seniors on the Rams this year. So they definitely want to get their season off to a good start. Start off 1-0 and just beat Darien this year and win the state championship.
Oh, you already know Coach Woods wants that championship win.
That's right. Coach Woods talking it over with her team right now. Definitely pleased with what she's seen so far, I'm sure. Great start for the Rams.
What do you think they're talking about there? What do you think they should do to do better, even though they're already having an excellent start?
I think their biggest issue so far has been some of those bad passes. I'm sure Coach Woods is going to want to cut down on those. Few passes that just went astray and kind of cut off possessions that could have been scoring possessions.
I think what they're going to do, I think they're definitely going to take it slow on the attack side, make some plays, not go straight to goal, unless if they have, like, an open lane. But, you know.
That's right. Who knows? Coach Woods might think it's too early for that, but I think they can slow the game down at this point. They're already up 4-0. They can slow down. They don't need to push the pedal so much on the offensive end. They can get goals, but as long as they're playing good defense still, they can slow it down.
Ladies, back on the field with Keely Harden and Alana taking the draw once again.
And those two have been battling all day. Kaylee Harden definitely has gotten the best of Goldhaber so far, but she'll definitely look to bounce back here and try to get the Knights back in this one.
Ball's up. Keely Harden snatches it right out Stanford's hand.
Harden wins the draw, gets it to 18, Hollis Mulry. Dylan Patton calling out, communicating to her team to set up another offensive possession. Patton goes to the cage, kicks it out to Harden. Stoppage of play here. And it'll be an 8-meter for Kaylee Harden.
Fakes to switch it to her lefty and then shoots it and scores.
And just like that, another goal for the Rams. 5-0.
Coming off to a great start.
Whenever you're up 5-0 in the first half, you know your team has gotten off to a good start. And these Rams have just been very dominant offensively. Stanford just can't keep up with them.
What do you think Alana's thinking right now, being a key player to her team?
Well, as a senior leader and one of the best players on that Stanford team. I'm sure she's disappointed with how her team's playing, but you know, it's early in the season. This team might have nerves to shake off. As we mentioned, it's a young team. They just got to find a way to bounce back and come, even if they don't win this game, got to come out into their next upcoming stretch with some, learn some lessons and a bit of momentum.
Alana with the ball. Taking it to X.
And Kaylee Harden playing some tight defense on her. But then she'll switch off as the Rams set up again. Stanford really can't get anything going here.
I think they're really trying to cut in, but they can't do that with such a tight D like the Rams.
That's right. Rams have a great defense, and I just don't think Stanford's communicating very well. No one's really cutting. They're just not moving around very well.
They're not communicating well.
Early in the season with such a young team, that's just the kind of issue you're going to run into.
They don't have as good chemistry as the Rams.
That's right. Now we see Goldhaber again working on Carolyn Barron. She feeds it inside, but it's a wild pass, and they scoop it up. It's Alex Butler. Mahoney nearly stole that away, running out of the cage there.
Alana back. Ooh, takes a stumble.
Looks like she'll be all right after that one.
Stella Nolan coming out.
And Stanford definitely needs to get something going here. This is their longest possession so far of the game, but haven't gotten a shot on goal yet. Feed inside. Ooh, but another bad pass. Will be scooped up by Carolyn Barron.
To score.
That was a good opportunity there for Stanford, but they just really struggled with their stick skills tonight. Haven't been able to complete passes. They've had open cutters, but just have not been able to convert the pass.
Looks right at Devin Russell and scores.
Another goal there for Devin Russell during the Rams penalty. That came quickly.
The Stanford should definitely be having an easier time here now that they're 1-up, but looks like against like players like Devin Russell, that's still hard to do.
Yeah, we saw Stanford hold the ball down on the Rams end for about 2 minutes, but the second the Rams got the ball, streaked down the field, and Devin Russell, quick goal.
The Rams were definitely looking to take it slow, but then Devin Russell was just wide open in the middle, so just took it to goal.
Yeah, when a player like that is a good opportunity. Obviously, she has the green light from Coach Woods to take a shot. Harden and Goldhaber will take the draw again. The Rams being man down. And Harden wins another one.
Taking it lefty up the field.
She'll take it down the left side and give it off to Caroline Underwood, who runs it to X, giving it to Hollis Mulry. So they look to set up their offensive set here.
Passing it around the cage, trying to confuse Stanford and make them run for their money.
Swinging it around. You got to wonder, already up 6-0, if we'll get to see some of the players that don't typically play for the Rams get some playing time tonight, as Coach Woods tries to build some of the experience of some of her younger players who will definitely need to rely on in later games.
What happened here?
Bit of a confusion. It looks like it'll be a Stanford, or rather a New Canaan ball.
Rim trying to pass it around quick to confuse Stanford. Looks like someone's gonna cut in.
Mulry moves it around to Underwood. He's got the ball at X. Harden, Rams just swinging it around here. No sense of urgency from them. Up 6-0. Just trying to run some clock out.
Looks like they're trying to start a play but having difficulty doing that.
But then again, no pressure for them. If they see the right opportunity, they can take it. Otherwise, I think they should just keep moving the ball. No harm in letting some clock run when you're up by 6 goals.
Taking it back to X.
Underwood gives it up to Harden, who will dodge and feed inside back to Underwood. But there's a stoppage of play there. And I believe Underwood will take the ball at
The 8-meter.
Oh yes, the 8-meter here from Patton, who swiftly scores.
With a fast shot and a strong shot like that, there's not much goalies can do.
And that was an ideal possession there for the Rams. Ran some clock, got a super easy opportunity, converted. Another goal for them.
Rams goal number 3, Dylan Patton.
Score 7-0.
Some of these Rams players are going to start collecting hat tricks very quickly. This is a high-scoring game for them.
Looks like someone else is taking the draw on Stamford.
That's right. Number 2, Sydney Rickardson. We'll try it out, try to give Stamford some signs of life here. Down by 7.
Stella Nolan back in the game.
Nolan tearing down the right side of the field.
For an open player, but taking it to X.
Gives it up. A bit of a shift there for some of the Rams attackmen now.
Rams keeping it quick.
Hollis Mulry
Looking to drive in.
takes it to the cage but falls. And Stamford converts and on picking up the ball on the turnover there. And the
Goalie walking halfway down the field.
Willette nearly turns it over. They're able to save it. Really struggling here on the clear for Stamford.
With such a tight, even offensive side of defense, Stanford's having a huge trouble.
And
Gets
Hollis Mulry.
intercepted.
Oh, not Hollis Mulry.
Shoots and scores by number 23.
That was Lexi Tully. Great steal from her. We saw some of those attackmen for the Rams just really riding the midfielders and some of the defensemen for Stamford on the clear, and paid off there as they forced a turnover and got an easy goal.
Rams with a really good IQ, just knowing how to read the field and read other players and just know where the ball's going to go.
And a common theme for Stamford today has been the lack of stick skills and just really messing up the fundamentals. That goal was kind of all caused by the goalie there for Stamford, Willette, nearly turning the ball over on a pass to a defenseman. And it all turned in New Canaan's favor quickly.
But again, Stanford just has to try even harder to get open for the goalie. Because, again, the goalie tried to run up the field, but had difficulty.
Yeah, Willette was doing all she could. She ended up forcing a pass, which got intercepted, as we saw. But that's also on some of the Stanford defenders and midfielders. They need to recognize the situation that their goalie is struggling and get the ball from her.
Alana driving to the net, getting double teamed.
And now
This
it's number
Rams
14.
Defense is insane.
This Rams defense is playing great. Goldhaber is obviously an excellent player. They've just completely shut her down today. Stanford trying to swing it. Butler takes it on Stella Nolan and gets a shot. But they will call a penalty, I believe, there on the Rams. And number 7, Alex Butler, will attempt the 8-meter shot. Great opportunity for Stanford to get back in this one. And she hits
Shoots and
it.
scores.
First goal of the game for Stanford. narrow this deficit to 7 goals.
Maybe this will be their confidence boost.
Maybe this is the confidence boost they need. Definitely still a blowout, but anything helps when you're down 8-1.
Anything.
Stanford goal scored by number 7, Alex Butler.
As you can hear, the crowd is loud and happy.
They're happy to see that Stamford team bounce back from their rough start. Get a goal on the board. Rams no longer pitching a shutout. Now Reagan Quinn will take the draw. Sophomore getting in the game with this big Rams lead. It'll be Rams ball here.
Now they're redoing the draw.
Oh, redoing the draw, my bad.
It didn't go over their heads, it looks like.
That's right.
Now totally taking the draw. Reagan going to attack, looks like.
Lexi Tully, the sophomore, already has a goal today. Getting on the field to take a draw.
Definitely a really strong player.
Lexi Tully is really great asset to this team. Spoke with senior defenseman Jade Lowe before the game. She said Lexi Tully is really coming to her own, and she wins everything on the draw circle. She did win there, and it's given her team a valuable possession. Stella Nolan kicks it to number 22.
Reagan looking to drive in.
Catherine Norton.
Looks like they got some new players out here. With the number 14 having trouble to pass it to Riley Shipman.
Now Willette initiates the clear for Stamford. Great on-ball defense here from number 17, Catherine Byrne. And a turnover is forced by the Rams. And no, they call a stoppage of play and leave the ball with Willette.
What happened there?
A bit of confusion on the field. Willette tried to start, initiating her clear.
Looks like number 13, Riley Shipman, looked to go attack the goalie.
Stanford clears it successfully this time. Butler ripping down the alley.
Taking up the field, nice, but Stella Nolan having an interception. Trying to take it up the right side once again.
Nolan looked tired, gives it off to Byrne, who finds number 20.
Reagan Quinn passes it to Riley Shipman, but is unsuccessful.
Shipman unable to handle the pass there. And it'll go the other way again. Now it's Goldhaber.
Let's get it to number 8. Caroline.
Stanford looking to slow it down here and set up a good possession after that turbulent past 2 minutes of clears.
Stanford taking it slow, looking to make a play, but when you pass it around, you really want to pass it fast. I don't know why they're passing it quite slow and just looking, but
yeah, they definitely need to catch the defense off balance. With these slow passes, they're not really
doing much.
Causing much movement in the defense, exactly.
Rams taking it up the field after Stanford having a rough time on the offensive side.
Quinn at the top of the key, and Byrne tries to back into her defender, but she will wisely pull it out as she was double teamed and passes it to Quinn, who turns it over.
Right, and passes it right into Stanford's hands, but then quickly the Rams getting it back and scoring right away.
An interesting sequence there. Quinn passed it, and it got intercepted by Willette, who kind of batted it down. And Devin Russell was there to scoop it up.
Oh, my God. Of course, Devin Russell.
Another goal from her. She's played excellent today.
Devin Russell is a huge impact onto the Rams team. Having a hat trick already.
Hat trick in the first half. Probably more to come from her if she stays in this game any longer. Already 9-1.
Sheesh.
And now Lexi Tully will take the draw. The Rams, dominant force on the draw.
Alana getting the draw.
Goldhaber will try to take it to X. Definitely needs some help here. As she'll give it off to
No one's really getting open for her. She's kind of having trouble.
Well, Halloran was calling for it. I thought she was going to give it up, but she's keeping the ball on her stick. Did a full lap around the goal.
Trying to drive in against someone like Tully is definitely, she's going to have a hard time. I don't know what she's doing here. But also, once again, no one's getting open for her, so there's not much she can do.
That's right. No one's getting open. They're not moving the ball well. The Rams defense doesn't really need to move much.
At the 12, do you think she'll drive or do you think she'll pass? Oh,
She finally passes it up. And Sweeney will go to work, but Stamford hasn't passed the ball very well. They're not forcing the Rams to shift on defense, and they're not really creating any opportunities.
sophomore Catherine Norton putting a hard time on number 7.
It's Butler.
Alex Butler not being able to drive in.
Now Peterson has got the ball behind the cage. Now on the
Rams are creating a difficult time for Stamford.
definitely great defense there from Molly Reed.
Taking it slow behind the cage. Looks like they're talking out there. What do you think they're going to do? I think Alana's going to cut. Set a
Definitely.
pick. Oh, looks like they set a pick, but fails to shoot and score as number 1,
And a great save
Caroline
there.
Barron, pushes her out, and then looks like goalie has the ball now.
Yeah, Claire Mahoney with a great save. Definitely way too long of a possession for Stamford, who need to score quickly. You just got to be getting shots on goal, which they have not been able to do.
Lexi Tully faking everyone up, taking it up the right side of the field.
That's right. Tully gives it off to Byrne. And now, ooh, it was Underwood there. Looks like she got hit in the face a bit.
Taking it from the 8.
She'll take an 8-meter here. Good opportunity for her. Chance to extend the Rams' lead to 9. 5 minutes to go here.
She's a speedy player. I think she has. Ooh.
Ooh, she puts the shot on goal, but a
Stanford's
great
goalie
save.
saves it.
Willette with an excellent save. Force the Rams from, prevent the Rams rather from extending their lead any further. Rams moving it around. Tully has it.
People looking to cut.
Norton and Reed cut through.
Looks like they're making a play here.
Tully
Looking to cut in.
kicks it out to Norton. Swings it to Russell. Byrne is going to dodge here. Passes it back to Underwood, who couldn't handle it. Might have had a goal there if she had.
Fighting for the ball, but taking a stumble, looks like. Will be
It'll
Rams ball.
stay with the Rams. Looked like she might have been tripped there. As the clock continues to wind down on this first half of play.
Back to Russell. Looks like she's going to make a play here, 1v1. Ooh! Faked her out. Rams definitely having a difficult time scoring a goal here, as Stamford has a really strong D, looks like now.
Reed will swing it over to Norton.
Norton.
Fakes and then goes. Feeds behind the cage to Russell.
Rams having a trouble reading the field now that Stanford's definitely having a better time on defense now.
That's right.
Alana getting an interception.
Turnover there by Molly Reed. I mean, from from a more optimistic standpoint from the Rams, that possession did not end up in a goal turnover, but it definitely ran a lot of the clock out. When you're up big like this, any possession where you can run some clock is valuable for your team.
Rams taking it to X.
Trying to set it up here, swinging it around.
Taking it slow, looks like.
A lot of underclassmen on the field.
Russell.
Russell and Tully. Underwood feeds.
Ooh.
And
Number 17, Catherine Ryan, trying to score but misses.
Byrne missed the shot there, but it was a good opportunity for the Rams. We'll just continue to methodically spread the ball around.
Totally looking to cut. Switches to her left. Back to her, rolls back to her right and shoots, but goalie saves it. Stanford's goalie is on a roll today now.
That was a great save there by Willette. The shot was,
Stanford having a difficult time to get open for her still.
yeah, really struggling on the clear. On that last shot by Tully, not great placement, and Willette was able to save it. But the clock is just continuing to tick as Willette is unable to clear the ball. No one's getting open for her.
Walking.
Nearly turned over.
Russell trying to turn it over, gets it and shoots.
And another save
saved
from
by
Willette.
the goalie.
Great save from her. And it is a scrap for the ball. Fight for the ground ball here.
Norton.
Norton gets it.
Shoots and scores, finally. The Rams can finally
Great goal there from her.
bringing their jam back. After the Stanford strong D for that was a wild time. Now 54 seconds on the clock.
Great goal there from Norton. That just shows how committed the Rams players are to hustling on the clear, forcing turnovers. We've already seen 2 goals off turnovers on a clear. The Rams, it's just a great opportunity from them that they need to capitalize on every time.
New person here taking the draw, Dylan Patton.
Yeah, Dylan Patton.
Cornell commit.
She will trot out for the draw.
I think she might be just one of the fastest players I've ever seen.
Definitely a speedy player. So is Lexi Tully, who starts it off for the Rams.
Riley Shipman at X.
Now
Back to Quinn.
gives to Quinn.
Patton looking to make a play here.
Rams just running out the last 20 seconds. I don't think they'll look to shoot here. Might go for the last shot, but
Rams looking to cut. Riley Shipman cutting. Shoots a bounce shot, but the bounce just went way too high above the goal.
and with 4 seconds to go, I think the clock might run out before Stanford can do anything on this one. Just like that, that's the end of our first half of play. Great start from the Rams, who pretty much got off to an ideal start, 10-1 lead going into half.
It was almost 10-0.
That's right. If it weren't for that great opportunity that Stanford had.
The Rams at the end were having trouble on the offensive side as Stanford was so strong on their defense.
And now we'll send it down to Parent Damasco.
Thanks, guys. Stanford and New Canaan are currently tied in draw controls 6-6, but that didn't stop New Canaan from having a 10-1 lead from the incredible lockdown defense that they've been having. We hope to see the defense keep up that hard work as it is consulted in Claire Mahoney saving 3 goals for the Rams so far and only having
She
one
said she was gonna
8-meter
mute us.
shot.
Okay.
Back to you guys up in the booth.
And we'll be right back in 4 minutes to resume the second half of this Rams-Stanford game. And we'd like to thank all of our sponsors for supporting our live stream. A special thank you to our platinum sponsors, Walter Stewart's, the Fresh Local Market in New Canaan, as well.
I shop there. Do you shop there?
Yes, it's a great store. As well as Rambuya and Harrow Real Estate. Big thank you to them. Carl Chevrolet, great place to buy.
Isn't that where you got your car?
Yes.
Oh, Coach Brown looks like he got his car there. Since 1927. William J.
Fessler Dentistry. Shout out to them.
New Canaan Rims Sports Booster Club.
Renaissance Partners LLC, Residential Construction, Performance Optimal Health. Thank you to all of our sponsors for your support. Welcome back, everyone, to the second half of action here between the Rams and the Knights. Rams trying to back up the field, up 9. Great start from them first half. What do you think they need to do to continue to build on that momentum, Skylar?
They definitely got to work on. It looks like they're having, at the end, they were having a bit of trouble. not being able to get a successful goal.
They slowed down a bit, you're right. But they're up big. They just need to run out some of the clock. With a 10-goal lead, they'll have the mercy rule, so we will see running clock here. Kind of speed up the game. That should be interesting to see.
I think it'll be a good rest of the game. It's been a little slow, but
Been a bit slow for Stamford, but on the Rams' end, 10 goals already. Very impressive from them. But not much of a close battle here.
yeah, not much to say here.
We see Penn and Goldhaber
Chatting it up.
chatting it up right before the draw. So we see a goalie change for the Rams. Patterson in there, opposed to Captain Claire Mahoney, giving the younger player some experience here.
Freshman.
She'll have an opportunity for her first high school save, possibly on this possession, as Goldhaber initiates the offense for Stamford. She works on Lexi Tully here. Goldhaber,
At the 12.
12, starting it off. Snakes move the ball here. Dodges on Lexi Tully, but great defense from the Rams. Nothing open. She put that shot up. Don't think it was on goal, but good reaction there by Patterson to tip it.
Yeah. She's a really good goalie as a freshman making varsity and playing.
Yeah, very impressive. Great to see a younger player for the Rams get some minutes in a big blowout game. Stamford just swinging it around. I think they might have some more sense of urgency, but they're probably just accepted that they're going to lose this game, just trying to get some experience, set some offense up that they can use later in the
Build
season.
some chemistry.
That's right. Stamford just kind of methodically moving the ball around.
Definitely having an easier time on the offensive side. Everyone's now getting open. See that cut right there?
Great cut, but an even better save by Patterson. Really a great save. That was a good shot, too.
Patterson is unstoppable.
Now Penn tear down the left sideline, taking it the other way for the Rams.
What's your predictions on what will they do here?
I think they should just try to run out the clock. Obviously, if they score another goal, it's going to be the mercy rule, and this clock is just going to keep running. But in every possession, when you have a big lead like this, you're running down the clock. And they're getting some younger players in the game, on the offensive end too, getting them some experience.
Player 7. Alex Butler was in the 8 for too long.
Now Norton swings it over to Tully. Kicks it back to Norton. I'm just trying to find some offense here. This is number 14, Molly Reed. Kicks to Norton. Now back to Tully. Some underclassmen working the ball around.
Taking it from the 8.
And now Lexi Tully, who's definitely an offensive threat. It's an opportunity from the 8 to extend this lead. And she converts. Another goal from her.
Rams are up 10 now.
Skylar, you got to think the future for this Rams team is bright with so many great underclassmen like Lexi Tully, Catherine Norton, Devin Russell. She's playing great today.
And now, Patterson, my bad.
That's right, Patterson. After they lose Claire Mahoney, she goes off to play lacrosse at Brown next year. They have a great new option in Patterson. She's already made 2 great saves tonight.
Looks like Tully will take the draw here against Alana.
Tully, who's been unstoppable on the draw so far, goes off against the UConn commit, Goldhaber, who wins that one. Gives your team a much-needed possession, down 10 points.
Stamford back on offense.
Goldhaber will give it to Sweeney as they slow it down and try to set things up here. She'll dodge on Molly Reed, gets down the right alley, and scores.
Scores. That was a nice shot. She didn't have much angle there, and she had a defender right on her.
She really stuck that one stick side low, little bounce shot. Patterson reacted quickly, but
Rams
not quick
definitely
enough.
looking in the huddle. They definitely are trying to talk more, have better communication.
That's right. The Rams need to figure out how to clean that up. Molly Reed, the junior midfielder, got beaten badly there down the alley, and Sweeney was just able to take advantage, take a nice shot.
Who do you think will win the draw here?
Tully and Goldhaber going at it again. Looks like Tully won that one, as Reed takes it the other way, tearing down the alley.
Looking for an open player.
She gives it up to Shipman. Now the girls will work the ball around. Nolan gets a one-on-one, feeds it inside. Great shot and score there from Quinn.
That was a really nice cut there. And a successful shot. Nolan really knows where to look and good placement and time. What do you think?
That was a great shot there by Quinn, another underclassman.
A sophomore.
The sophomore, just some great excitement.
Rams.
As the Rams extend their lead to 10 goals.
Have a really strong underclassman.
That's right. And now Tully and Goldhaber.
Alana wins the draw.
Alana tearing down the field.
Nolan chases her down, looking to check her, but
And ref will call a stoppage of play here for the 12-meter for Goldhaber, who feeds it out.
Rams talking on the D.
Goldhaber.
Stamford looking to make a play here.
Butler holding the ball on the left wing.
Rams with a strong D.
Not much movement here.
A one-on-one here. Ooh. Drops the ball. But Alana
Butler loses it.
rakes it right up.
Alana picks it up. That's right. And she will get an 8-meter opportunity here. The UConn commit. One-on-one with Patterson, the freshman goalie. Getting ready to go here.
Whoa.
Goldhaber shoots, scores. Another goal for the Knights.
Knights
now have
having a comeback.
3 goals.
Still down by a plenty amount, but looks like they're having that confidence boost that they really needed, Jackson.
That's right, down 9 goals, but 2 goals in a span of about 2 minutes there from Stamford, who had a very stagnant offense in the first half.
Rams just aren't talking.
Rams just not communicating and moving well. It's tough to defend on that 8-meter, but that was a great shot there from Goldhaber. Now we see Norton taking the draw.
New person taking the draw. Ooh. Again, not going over their heads. Norton taking it up. She is also a sophomore.
Norton will move the ball down to X to Byrne. Now it's Reed swinging it over to Quinn, trying to get some offense going.
Moving it around quick.
As the Knights have cut into the Rams' lead recently. It's 9, looking to extend that back to 10 goals.
Burns pops in, then fades out.
Now it is Quinn. Rams just moving the ball around.
Drops it at X.
And not much going on here for the Rams. Just kind of burning some clock.
Burns trying to take it in again, but the Knights having such a strong D and good chemistry now after like this hard game. I think they've been doing pretty well this second half.
That's right. Now the Willette will take it. Molly Reed
Intercepts
it.
it, shoots it,
One-on-one.
scores!
One-on-one with the goalie. And she scores. Great, impressive goal from her.
Molly
Reed, great job. That's another goal that they capitalized on off a clear.
looks like the Rams, after that little bit of a rough little patch in this game, looks like they're getting their confidence boost back.
That's right. And the Rams definitely want to keep it at a 10-goal lead if they want to win this game without much stress.
The Rams, after losing so many seniors last year and with these like so many upperclassmen coming onto the varsity, I think they definitely need to build a bit of chemistry here.
Yeah. So now it'll go the other way for Stamford. It is number 14. That is Sweeney, who brings the ball all the way to X. Gives it up to her teammate, O'Halloran. And now, Goldhaber again. Looking to set things up. Goldhaber dodges, shoots. It's off goal. Stamford will retain possession here.
Rams definitely have to keep a tighter D here. Looks like they're kind of giving up since they're up by so much, but you cannot have that mindset, Jackson.
That's right. You can't give up, but the Rams playing great defense.
Russell versus Alana.
Rams trying to keep it to a 10-goal lead, to have the mercy rule where the clock will be continuously running to prevent Stamford from having any chance of a comeback, which seems very unlikely. Norton
With
strips
the
the ball.
strong D. Sophomore Catherine Norton strips the ball, taking up the field.
Great play from her. Strips the ball. Now getting into a little bit of trouble on the sideline. And she turns it over. She was called out of bounds there. It'll go the other way. As Butler sets it up for Stamford.
Looks like the Rams are getting a bit tired here. They need to maintain their strong D because Stanford is getting away with these goals and these like cuts that the Rams just weren't letting them have before.
That's right. Maybe some fatigue showing through as some of the cuts for Stanford have been getting open. The play from Stanford's also cleaned up a lot. They've been converting passes that they just weren't making in the first half now, which has contributed to some of their offensive success, which has been small, but a bit of success here in the second half.
Unsuccessful pass. Patterson taking it up.
Great job by Patterson. Good awareness, scooping up that ground ball.
Looking for an
Setting up a
open
clear.
player. Dodges the Knights. Passing it out of bounds. But
Turns it over.
she tried. No one was really getting open for her. Can't blame her.
Yeah, the Rams defensemen and midfielders were really just struggling to get open there for her. Goldhaber is gonna think about dodging on Tully, but she'll pull it out.
Tries again, but Tully's just so strong. Shoots it from the 8, making an unsuccessful.
She ripped it across her body
Shot.
there. Could not put that one on goal, though. And Stanford will just spin it around again as the clock continues to wind down. Butler. Gives it to Goldhaber. He's got the ball at X.
Alana trying to drive in with a crease roll. Shoots it right into Devin Russell.
And Russell scoops up the ground ball. Gives it back to Patterson to set up a clear here.
Patterson feeding it right into the Rams' hands, bringing it up the field.
Molly Reed tiptoes up the sideline, gives it off to Caroline Wood, who takes it right to the.
Ooh.
And there'll be a stoppage of play here. And Underwood will, I believe, have an 8-meter attempt here. Her second attempt. And she passes it. And, oh, Byrne just gets stuffed by the goalie. Second 8-meter attempt from Underwood today. Both have been unsuccessful.
Rams are having now a difficult time, not really playing their hardest as they were in the beginning, looks like.
Oh, but a great stuff there from Molly Reed.
Underwood bringing it back up.
Underwood's going to slow it down here.
Bring it to X. Well, what do you think they're going to do here, Jackson? Make a play?
Up 10, definitely just going to want to do whatever they can.
Passing it to Russell, but this goalie is unstoppable. Oh, my God.
Great save there from Willette, but they've really struggled on the clears. I don't know what we're going to see here, but Molly Reed has been great defensively. Fundamental on that last turnover. Now we see Quinn riding Goldhaber, who makes it past the half-field line. Now we will see Butler, who might turn it over, and Goldhaber is unable to save it. So it'll be a Rams ball with that bad pass.
Molly taking it up the field. Looking to
Underwood, the junior, takes the ball to X.
Russell gets a pass right in the middle on her offhand, shoots and scores.
Yep, great shot there from her. Fourth goal of the day.
Alana having a great game as a goalie, but having a girl like Devin Russell, there's not much she can do there.
That's right. Russell's just kind of imposed her will offensively all day long, getting to the spot she was trying to get to, finishing at will. Great performance from her. Clock is going to continue to run here as the Rams are up more than 10 goals. As we approach under 10 minutes in this one.
Norton taking the draw again.
Norton, who had the great defensive play prior on that clear, takes the draw now. Which
Quinn
is able to win.
sweeps it up.
Now Russell will push it the other way. No sense in really chewing clock for them because goals don't even result in stoppages, as we see another goal there from Molly Reed.
Molly Reed, is that her second or third goal of the game?
I think that's her second goal of the night. She just had the previous goal. She's been playing great tonight. As another one to extend the Rams' lead to 12.
Tonight, Jackson, it's more the morning.
That's right, this afternoon, rather. Molly Reed, who's been great on both ends of the ball. She's really been hustling on the clears. Had some great goals inside. But New Canaan will look to keep their lead above 10, so this clock keeps running as Norton trots out the draw. Norton wins the draw. Now takes it in her left hand, tearing down the field.
Looking for an open player, but no one's really getting open for her.
And cuts through, gives Norton some space. And now Byrne and Underwood move the ball together. Underwood had a good opportunity, but she got stripped there.
What do you think the Rams would do here? Look to have like a good play, maybe cut, maybe crease roll. Like, what do you think is gonna happen? Like,
I believe they're giving an
8-meter.
8-meter opportunity to Underwood, who was stripped there.
Again, let's see what will happen here. Maybe she'll have some luck.
This is her third 8-meter attempt of the day. None of them have been successful so far. Definitely looking to turn that around for her. As she finishes.
Scores!
Great goal there from Underwood, extending the Rams' lead to 13. Impressive work from them. As the clock continues to wind on this one, Rams are just, it's not really about winning or losing for them anymore. They've pretty solidly cemented a victory today.
On the
But
sidelines, they're putting on their sweatshirts, getting ready to go home.
that's right, but it's great experience for them. It's important to start the season on a good note. Definitely want to get some players some experience, like Patterson in goal.
Build some chemistry out on the field.
Yeah, build some chemistry with some of the older players and newer players on this team.
Because a lot of young players did come up to varsity this year. So
That's right. They're going to be able to get their first varsity minutes in a lower pressure game, which that experience could be valuable later in the season as they look to bounce back and win a state championship this year.
yeah. Rams looking to make a play.
Tully has the ball at the top of the key.
Looking to drive. But gets stopped by Stamford.
She'll take it all the way to X. Now Underwood thinks about dodging, gives it off to Tully. Rams playing pretty slow here. Tully nearly falls and loses it. She recovers and gets it out to Molly Reed.
A speedy recovery right there.
That's right. Norton gives it to Byrne. Rams just passing the ball. No sense of urgency from them. Just trying to get a quality look and only take good shots at this point of the game.
Shipman trying to drive in, but unsuccessful. Norton passes it to Tully.
But great hustle on the ground ball here from both teams, and Quinn is unable to save it.
She did save it.
It'll be retained New Canaan possession here. What has the ball on the left side of the field.
Kind of confusing what happened there. It was a fight for the ball. Couldn't really tell what team it went out on.
Refs will give the possession to New Canaan though. Underwood takes it back to X and gives it off to Byrne, who dodges right away and puts a shot up that goes off the left pipe. Great initiative there from Byrne.
Totally taking it from the 8.
Tully gets another opportunity.
I think it was shooting space there.
And she finishes. Tully has been
She finishes on the ground, but
deadly
Cecil
so
saw
far.
it.
Great shot from her. Adding insult to injury here as the Rams just running up the score on the Stamford Knights.
4 minutes left, Jackson.
Approaching under 4 minutes.
Do you think the Rams will keep it on their side?
I think they definitely want to maintain possession, just run the clock out, practice some offensive sets. They haven't been running much. Just gain some game experience. This is very valuable for a team.
Norton with the ball once again.
Norton taking it up the field. Gives it to Tully.
Rams looking to make a play here.
Underwood gives it to Shipman.
Shipman looking for an open player.
Rams passing the ball well. Here's Byrne. Dodges, shoots, misses though. Underwood able to recover.
Underwood's always behind that cage, getting the ball whenever it goes out. Like, she's always there.
And great hustle there from Underwood. Shipman with the roll dodge, puts it on the goal and
scores. Coast Guard commit.
Great dodge there from Shipman. Just did it all herself. Roll dodge, took it down the right alley, ripped it on the cage, and there was not much Willette could do there. You got to feel for Willette in the cage tonight. She's had a few good saves, but
She's had a good game, I think.
The amount of shots the Rams have been putting on goal, though, it's just let in 18.
What can you say? The Rams are a good team.
Rams definitely a great team. Had a lot of offensive opportunities tonight. But now Stamford will get an offensive opportunity.
Alana winning the draw against Catherine Norton.
Goldhaber will here. Sweeney gives it up. Gets it right back.
1v1.
Dodges on Quinn.
Gets double teamed with Izzy Apelt. Another sophomore.
She'll have a good 8-meter opportunity here.
But a goalie like Patterson,
Patterson.
it's kind of unpredictable.
Sweeney shoots, scores. Great shot there from Sweeney, executing and finishing on that 8-meter opportunity. She'll narrow the deficit slightly to 14 goals as the clock winds under a minute and a half to go in this one.
Who scored that? Who scored that, 14 or 18?
Sweeney.
Who scored that, ladies, boys and girls, 14 or 18? 14.
Now Norton
Like I said, Madison Sweeney.
wins the draw.
It's all in the family, we're good. That's good.
Clock winds down under a minute here
I need new glasses.
as the Rams will look to move it around a few more times. Shipman works it to Quinn, and now it's Norton. Just running out this last minute. I don't think they're gonna go for another shot here.
You don't think so, Jackson?
I don't think so, Skylar.
30 seconds left on the clock.
Stanford seems to have let their foot off the gas on defense too. They're just letting the Rams run out the clock. It was a good, hard-fought game for both teams.
Norton running around with the ball, trying to just keep it in their hands.
That's right. Shipman running with it in the last 10 seconds. Both teams come off the field as this one's about to end. It was a great start from the Rams. Put up 18 goals, had a dominating performance over this Stanford team. Stanford obviously playing a much tougher opponent in the Rams, but they showed a bit of a spark there in the second half. Beginning of the second half, they had 2 goals in a relatively small span, so definitely some things to build on for both teams. What'd you see tonight?
I saw of the Rams being like, they had their good patches and then they had their like, they weren't them. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
That's right. And now we're going to send it down to Parent Damasco.
Thanks, guys. Today we saw 2 sophomores, Devin Russell and Lexi Tully, score their first hat tricks of the season, as well as senior and Cornell captain commit Dylan Patton
what she
scored
say?
a hat trick as well. The girls play Ludlow home at 4 on Tuesday, so I'll see you back there. Back to you guys up in the booth.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in today. Make sure to tune back in at 4:30 for the boys' game.
be a good game, Jackson.
Definitely expecting a closer game, hopefully, than this one.
Rams coming up a tough season last year.
That's right. And now we would like to thank all of our sponsors for making this stream possible. First off, thank you to our platinum sponsor, Walter Stewart's Fresh Local Market.
Will be up at the water tower field behind me.
I shop there, it's good.
Great store.
So the
Highly
JV game will not be
recommend.
here. We have a
Next,
boys
thank you
lacrosse
to
game.
Rambuya and
Thank you,
Harrow
everybody.
If you're looking for a house,
for real estate, New Canaan. Special thanks to them. Carl Chevrolet, New Canaan. Special thanks to them. Great spot to get my car.
yeah, you got your car there, Jackson. And so did Coach Brown.
That's right. Thank you to William J. Fessler Dentistry. Great sponsor, great dentist.
I go there. Keep my teeth nice and clean.
Thank you to Renaissance Partners, Residential Construction, Great Construction Company, and Performance Optimal Health.
Girls, make sure you have all your bags and all your sticks and your gloves and
Thank you, sponsors, for all your support.
everything. The game will be open for water tower field.